Welcome back to the channel. And today I'm going to talk to you about taking those little steps. You see, if you take a problem, for instance, I'll just use myself in this example because it's the easiest way to do it. If I said, it's time to lose weight, you know, I'll look at some chart and this is my ideal weight. I think it's like 180, 200 pounds or something, whatever. And I'm way past that. So if I look at it from that scope, I have to go from, say, I think I'm about 340 right now, down to 200. That is a massive change. That's a massive difference. And it'd be like, whoa, that's going to take me a long, long time. And actually, technically, it would. As long as I didn't, completely starve myself to death, which, I'm not going to do. Forget that. But if I looked at it if I looked at the mountain and said, I need to remove that entire mountain, I'm going to be looking at my little shovel and be going like, it's impossible. Can't happen. It'll take me the rest of my life to do it. Is it even worth it? Maybe I shouldn't. Do I really want to dedicate that much time to it? Do I really want to, you start doubting it. But what if you say, instead of I got to move a mountain, today I'm going to remove 3 shovels of dirt. Sure, that'll take me I don't know, 40 seconds, and then I'm done. Okay. Tomorrow I'll remove 5 shovels of dirt. Then 6 shovels, 7 shovels. I'm not going to say before you know it the mountain's gone, but, build the momentum, build the momentum, build the momentum. And then it's like it grows into this massive, undertaking. You don't even realize how far you've gone. All you know is just you're doing that just a little bit extra, a little bit extra. And when you need to take a break, you take a break. You take a breather. Collect yourself. Get back at it. A couple days, no problem. I mean, I don't generally wait more than a week or so because you'll lose momentum, but, just that little bit better. And it's something Jim Carrey actually said some time ago. He's talking about, strive to just be 1% better today. Just 1% better. How do you measure percentages on you? Well, you really can't, because you're talking about a non-physical, non-measurable concept. However, if you want to relate it to something that can be understood, it's just do a little bit better today. Just a little bit better. Little bit, little bit, little bit. Before you know it, 1 step turns into 2, turns into 10, turns into 20, turns into 10 miles, 100 miles. It's like you just keep walking forward and you don't really realize it because you're just in that moment. You focus in on today, I just do this one thing and then I'm done. And you put it first, you just get it done and you're done. And before you know it, you turn back around and it's wow, have I really come this far? It's if I looked at myself 1 year ago, 1 year ago I was struggling with just being myself. I'll just be perfectly honest, I'm not afraid to say it any longer. It's a year ago I was in so much pain emotionally. I was transitioning out of a really horrible time in my life, but that painful transition was it gave me the motivation to find healing within myself. I needed to heal myself, and I made a video series on this called How to Heal Yourself, but it's I needed to heal myself. Why did I need to heal myself? Couldn't I just repeat the same patterns? At that point, I was no, I'm sick of this. I spent decades repeating these patterns. I'm done with it. I'm sick of it. I've no intention of any kind to repeat these patterns again. And I was just no matter what I have to do, what I gotta go through, I will find a way out of this. I will find a way that this will never happen again. That I will never repeat these patterns. I will never suffer these things again. And I was absolutely determined, completely determined. But if it wasn't for what happened to me, it was just I would never have got that determination. I mean, it was rough to say the least, but it motivated me to change. So it's if I look at myself a year ago, I'll be wow, I've come a long, long way. But if I can remember back a year ago, I was thinking, am I ever going to get out of this? Am I ever going to be free of this? Am I ever gonna, am I ever gonna heal myself? Am I ever gonna find what's wrong with me? Am I ever gonna, am I, on and on and on it went. Um, and now today it was just like, it's like more than ever. It's like I'm actually running into people nowadays that are like, showing me how much I didn't care about myself, because now I see what I used to be in them, and it's really obvious. The latching on that I used to do, the seeking validation from other people, and now I'm seeing it here, and I'm just like, wow, I was like that. Wait a second, was like that. I'm not like that any longer. When did that happen? When did that change? Well, I've been changing for a long time. It's just I kind of lost track of milestones. I just kind of like took it as like I'm on the river in a raft, and I'm just kind of flowing with the water, and wherever it takes me, it takes me. And, I have a general idea where I'm going, but I just kind of like, oh, I'm just taking the journey where it's taking me, and not worrying too much, how that's going to look. And but then I get a glimpse of this, and I think back of like, wow, a year ago I was this a mess, just a complete mess, and now I'm in such a good place. And some people like I know or talk to me recently. It's like at some point it's just because of like these steps I was taking, and I take my breaks too, absolutely. Sometimes you just want to veg out with some Netflix. You just want to chill with some games. You just want to go enjoy yourself with whatever the hell it is that you enjoy. And that's, absolutely for you. You absolutely do that. But it was just like, and some people recently, it was like they're trying to copy me now. The same people who tried to derail me when this was going on are now trying to copy me. Because without wanting to be, without trying to be, I started leading by example. Not by trying to force anyone to adhere to my, to my rules or to my way of doing things, but just by showing them that my way is better. Why? Because I'm not going through the same things that others are. I've learned from the patterns I've done. This I think is turning more into like a me little just venting to a camera, but maybe you can get some value out of it anyway. It's just like, what are you going through? What have you gone through? Maybe you don't like patting yourself on the back, but you sure as hell deserve it. You're still here, so you took the tough road, the hard road. So, whether it's money, personal development, whatever it is, it's like if you're watching a video like this, you've got it in you. You got the strength in you to do what others are afraid to do. You absolutely can. I was afraid. I did it anyway. There's no courage if there's no fear. If you're not afraid, then you can't be brave. And yes, that rhymed. Ha ha. But still, it's just like it's true. It's acting in the spite of fear, not with the absence of it. Yes, you're afraid to approach that person. So, the baby steps. If you say, for instance, just because I mentioned, if you're afraid to approach that person and ask them out, what do? How do you get over that? Well, the easiest way to get over any fear is to just do it. Period. But let's say you just don't want to like throw yourself out there to be grilled or whatever the hell you think might happen. How about if you approach that person that you are attracted to, for instance, and talk to and strike up a conversation about nothing, about the weather, about I don't know, their handbag, their hairstyle, their shoes, something you don't maybe you don't even care about, just because you had enough courage to step up and talk to them, but you're not putting yourself out there. You're going to notice this is a very different feeling you get from it. You're just talking to them about the weather. You're just talking to them about the shoes. Hey, the shoes are kind of cool. I don't know. But you're not putting yourself out there. The fact that you went up to them and talked to them even about something that, isn't personal, then that you're halfway there right now. At that point, all you have to do is jump the rest of the way. But, train yourself if you have to. Take those steps. Maybe today you're not strong enough to walk up and say it. That's okay. Walk up and say something. Hey, how's your day going? How's it going? Hi, welcome. Welcome to, I don't know, Starbucks. I don't know where the hell you're at. But still, it's like baby steps, baby steps, baby steps. You won't even realize how far you can go with baby steps until you actually do it. But the key is to do something. You have to do something, even if it's a little bit. And take your breaks when you need to take your breaks. But just don't stay there. You have to get moving again. You have to keep going again. So, I hope you found some value in this, and I will see you on the next one. And I got a book review coming on an amazing book that someone has requested. Not by name, but by what it is. And so I'm going to share that with everybody. All right, see ya.